welcome in. Hello, hello. I'm still setting up because there's two different ways that I can do this, and I'm deciding which way is the best way. Hi, Jun-san, how's your day? Hi, Mini-Me, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Today's been pretty okay. I went in, I had a very short day at work, but a very busy day at work. I had to change my displays for the month since it's the beginning of May, and that took a lot of effort, but it's done, and I'm very proud of it, of all three of the displays that I did. And then I just made a very lovely meal, and I got to eat something really good for dinner. We had leftover curry in the freezer, so I took one out to thaw, and I just fried up some pork chops to have pork katsu curry, and it was very good. Dinner will be on a Friday instead. Okay, as long as you get to have a nice dinner to celebrate your birthday, at least at some point this week. That's good. That's wonderful. Okay, so I have two different ways that I can do this. I'm gonna try one way because I added a bunch of like fun transitions on Google Slides, and if I do it the other way, you don't get all the fun transitions. And I want them because I added them for a reason. So we're gonna do that. Or at least we're gonna try to do that. Because I'm gonna be real sad if I can't. Okay, everything's loading. It's just gonna take a minute. Think I got it. I'm gonna wait and see. Yeah, let's go! Yay! Okay, here's hoping that nothing freezes up and we don't have any more issues like we did the other day. It's fine. It is fine. Okay, before we get into this, just so that y'all don't, you know, worry in the comment section, the big adult thing that did my anxiety real extra dirty. I got an email to confirm how much federal aid I'm getting for school, and I have to choose whether or not I'm going to accept any federal loans, subsidized or unsubsidized. And I don't know if I need them or not because I don't know how much things cost for school stuff. I have no idea. So I texted my coach to ask for help. I might also text some other people that I know for help. How does a bat do skincare? I thought they were covered in fur. Listen. If I'm in my normal bat form, yes, I am covered in fur. While I am in this state, while I don this particular appearance, it has come to be one of my many needs of just, I need to have a skincare routine, or else it's gonna be a lot. Anyway, hello Crest Pain, welcome in. I was late because I've been studying hard for the exams and feeling stressed about them. Carmessi, I'm so proud of you. You are doing so well, and I'm so proud of you. Ola, I hope that you're doing well, and don't stress yourself out too much, and I hope that you'll be okay. The exams will be over before you know it, and it's a lovely feeling afterwards. So we just have to hold out a little while longer, and you got this. Promise. Okay, well, without any further ado, we will get into my cute little slideshow that I made for you guys. I'm so excited for this, guys. You have no idea. I made this randomly on a whim, like late at night. I got it like, I'd say like 80% done, like on the day one that I thought of it, because I was manic, I guess. And I finished it up. I'm very proud of it. I think it encapsulates everything that I want it to encapsulate. And I don't know, I haven't really seen any other streamer like maybe do this in depth, I would say. They probably, like, at least talked about it, but to this level of having, like, a whole ass slideshow, I don't think I've seen anybody else do. So, very, very excited to be able to share my little project with you guys. So without further ado, we will get started. Just a general disclaimer, though. Oh god, oh god, oh god, girl, oh no, what happened? Okay, it's lagging on my side. It looks like it's there like 5 million times. That does not appear to be the case for stream, so I don't know what happened. But I am not a licensed esthetician or dermatologist. I am sharing my own experience and opinions. This presentation is mainly for entertainment purposes. Just as a disclaimer, I'm just sharing what I know and what I've found out over time. I'm not pretending to be a professional. This is just kind of stuff that I like and what I personally know. So I think it's, you know, take everything that I say with a grain of salt, I guess. Just like on the last slideshow I did, like, almost a year ago at this point. Not a historian, not a dermatologist. Be wary of the words that I say. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay. Anyway. So there are 3 main topics that we'll be speaking on. Don't let her fool you. June knows everything about this. What? Who said that? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Not a single thing. I have no idea what you're talking about. The 3 topics that we will be covering, however, include... Oh gosh, what is happening to my... It looks completely different on my side compared to your guys's, and I don't know why. That is so strange. It looks totally fine for you guys, but it's like bugging out for me. That's so weird. Okay, anyway. The basics of skincare. So what is the purpose of skincare and how does everything work together? We're going to talk about my personal routine, so it's all of my daily steps and products that I encourage for others. And then there is an open discussion zone that I left at the end. Share any questions that you have about skincare with me and I will do my best to answer them. Skincare, never heard of her. Well, Lord Theo, you've come to the right place. I will explain everything it is that I know. And it'll be great. It'll be fantastic. So, section 1. We are going to speak about the basics of skincare. These are the foundational building blocks to create an understanding of what skincare is and what it is that we're doing here. So what is skincare? Skincare, as defined by Wikipedia, is a range of practices that support skin integrity, enhance its appearance, and relieve skin conditions. They can include nutrition, avoidance of excess sun exposure, and appropriate use of emollients. Skincare is at the interface of cosmetics and dermatology. This is the definition provided by Wikipedia. Hey June, how is your mood? Hello Igor, welcome in, it's good to see you. I'm doing well. I had a little anxiety spike right before stream because of school stuff, but I think I'll be okay. The further I get away from it and just talk on skincare stuff, I think I'll be fine. Hello, June. Have you said 10 nice things about yourself today? Hi, JK. Welcome in. I don't believe that I have. No. I do not make that a daily practice, but maybe I should, because that sounds like a nice thing. But I don't believe that I have today yet. No. Is this a thing that I have to do on stream in front of you guys? Because otherwise it's gonna get really embarrassing for me if I have to sit here to do that. I don't know. I don't know if I can sit here and do that in front of other people, because it's gonna take an embarrassingly long amount of time. And y'all don't need to see me that vulnerable, at least not right now. I mean, since you made the suggestion, bitch, no! No! Absolutely not! No! Oh my god! No, I can't be doing that. Absolutely not. We are doing a presentation right now. We're doing a presentation. Well, when we take a little breaksies, maybe I will, but not right. Oh my god, not right now. Anyway, that is the definition of skincare as defined by Wikipedia. And then, did you know that not all skincare products are defined and regulated in the same manner? Cosmetics and medications are classified separately, and some products can classify as both. So, cosmetics, how do I explain this? So medications are pretty self-explanatory. They are like a targeted thing that includes active ingredients in order to like relieve any type of illness or like facilitate healing, I guess. How about 5 now and 5 later? Let me get through my little fun fact and maybe I will. Okay. So an example of a medication would be like, oh, what's a good example of a medication? Well, 'cause cosmetics, the way they define cosmetics includes soap. Like, soap is included as a cosmetic, and the way that soap is regulated in a certain way in comparison to medication. And then one that would classify as both, I think, is like sunscreen, because sunscreen can count as both. If you have like a moisturizer that includes a sunscreen, then it counts as both and has to be regulated the same way as like under both of those categories. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but they're regulated differently depending on what it classifies as, and sometimes it classifies as both at the same time, which gets complicated, but you know, it's fine. At the request of JK, I am to share 5 nice things about myself right now, and then 5 later. 5 nice things about myself. I really like my hair right now because I recently just buzzed the sides and back again, which I've needed for a while. What else? See, this is what I was talking about. It's gonna take an embarrassingly long amount of time because I don't want to just be shallow and just name like physical appearance stuff. I want to put in effort. I am proud of myself for cooking dinner tonight. And I'm proud that I'm able to cook a nice dinner. That's 2. We can wait. Oh, God. I am happy with my body today in terms of function. My body has functioned and served me very well today while at work and while streaming right now, and I hope for the rest of the evening it will also serve me well. I'm very happy about how my body's working. That's 3. 4. I am happy that I exercised patience today. I got to exercise a lot of patience today when interacting with patrons and coworkers. I exercised patience today, which is a wonderful thing that I'm able to do, and I'm proud of myself. That's 4. 5. I am proud of myself for speaking to more than one person today outside of work. I've texted like 4 different people today, 5 different people today. That normally does not happen. Like outside of work. I normally like pick one person and then I talk to them, but I reached out to like 5 or 6 different people today, and I'm proud of myself for doing that because that normally doesn't happen. That's 5 nice things about myself today. Now we shall continue with the slideshow. My goodness. I will try to think of 5 more as we continue. Let's go! Oh, I did it! Yay! Alright, so why worry about skincare in the first place? What's the point of focusing on skincare? Well, what's the big whoop? So skin, for at least you humans, is the largest organ of the body, which is an important facet of your physical health. We live in a society that judges people based upon how they look, and if you have any sort of health conditions that are apparent via your skin, people might judge you because that's the kind of place that we live in, a society like that. But, you know, even internally, it is a very important facet of your physical health. Being able to take care of your skin is just an important thing in general, just like any other facet of your health. Practicing skincare can be seen as a preventative measure against things like skin cancer, melanoma, acne, different skin conditions that you have going on. So practicing skincare is just a good preventative, as well as just preventative's not really the word that I'm looking for some of these. Some of them is just like better managing, because it's not about preventing it if you already have it, but just like, you know, being able to better manage symptoms that are like, you know, like managing your acne, managing any sort of skin conditions that you have. That's just part of skincare. The direct correlation or relation to self-confidence with your skin. There's a connection between like your mental health with how you look and how you feel. For me personally, I use skincare as a form of self-care, so it's like a coping mechanism for me. I know that's not the case for everybody, but for me, it's a good way to like pause everything else that's going on like around me that might be stressing me out and just focus on one thing that brings me joy. And, you know, it kind of interrupts that loop or that cycle. So it's a good coping mechanism. And then again, just another form of practicing self-care. So skincare can help produce endorphins, which helps with relaxation and happiness. So it's a nice thing to have going in your life, to be able to have all those benefits just from, you know, taking the time out of your day to do something that is just for you and for nobody else. Makes you feel more confident, makes you feel, you know, healthier in a way. So it's just a nice thing to be able to have. So here are the most basic of basic steps. You can't get more basic than this. If you are starting a skincare routine for the very first time and you don't know what things you need, this is your skeleton, and then you can build upon it and add more to it. But this is the baseline stuff. For your morning routine, so there's a morning and a night routine. For your morning routine, you are going to want 1, a cleanser, 2, a moisturizer, and 3, some sunscreen. Those are the 3 things that you are going to need every morning, like after you brush your teeth. And then for your night routine, which you'll do again after you brush your teeth and you're getting ready to go to bed, you will want a cleanser. You're gonna want whatever treatments for whatever specific areas that you might have concerns about. And you're gonna want a moisturizer. That is the skeleton. This is the basic stuff that you need in order to have like a skincare routine. And as you can see, some of it is repeated. So it's really like maybe 4 or 5 items at best. And that's about it. That's all you really need. But outside of just products, because there's a lot more to skincare than just products, you are going to want to stay hydrated. Your new religion as a person that is starting a skincare journey is to drink water. That is your whole religion. Your entire religion now is drinking water. And it will take your body a while to get used to just the sheer amount of water that you are drinking without having to go to the bathroom 5 million times. That's just what's gonna happen in the beginning. You're just gonna go to the bathroom like 5 million times because now there's so much more water coming into your body. But after a while, your body adjusts to needing that amount of water. So then you won't have to go to the bathroom all the time because your body is expecting that amount of water. All hail water. You know what, Grace? You are so right. All hail water. You love it. You need it. You gotta stay hydrated. It's a very important thing. Why do you think I am always drinking water on stream? Not just because I am yapping, although that is a very big part of it. Just me and all my yapping requires a lot of water. I'm sorry. Avoiding sun exposure. So in the wise words of Bill Wirtz, the sun is a deadly laser. But like, actually, for real, it kinda is. It's an important deadly laser, but it's a deadly laser. Having too much sun exposure without any type of sunscreen or wearing like clothing that covers your skin is like the #1 way that y'all are gonna get skin cancer. Same thing if you are using tanning beds, because apparently that's a big debate now lately. No tanning beds. Don't do it. You don't need to go to a tanning bed. You're going to ruin everything you got going on. You're going to wreck your shit. Can you make some recommendations for a good sunscreen? I will in a little bit. I will. Is that a beautiful June I see? Bear, stop. Welcome in. It's good to see you. It's been a while since you've been in chat on screen. It's good to see you. Hello. But yeah, sun exposure will wreck your shit. So you need to take preventative measures. I, for one, am under the philosophy of sunscreen, like, for the extremities, especially the shoulders and arms. Sometimes you might need it for the legs, but, you know, shoulders and arms. Always have face sunscreen on. Always. And I am a proprietor of big hats and sunglasses. I am a woman of taste who enjoys her gigantic hats and sunglasses. And that is the way that I live my life, and it's wonderful. I love living that life. I've done that thing where you increase your water intake and have to go to the bathroom. I also had bladder retention last week. That was awful. Oh no, JK, I'm so sorry. God. Listen, yeah, it's a rough road, but it's a necessary road, at least for skincare, as well as many other things. It's just good to stay hydrated in general for a lot of different reasons, but I'm doing it under the guise of skincare. I always miss your streams by like 30 minutes. I usually watch your old videos getting ready for work. Bear, that's so sweet. Oh my god. I didn't even know that you were part of VOD Gang. That's very, very sweet of you. But yeah, avoid sun exposure. If you have to go out and be in the sun, wear, like, I would say pants and long sleeves. I know it's not great in the summertime, but, like, find very light, like, athletic material. If you really don't want to wear that, sunscreen it up. I got opinions about sunscreen that I will share later. But I am a big hat girl. Love my big hats. I love a big hat and sunglasses. That's what I recommend. All right, this next one might be tough for some of y'all, but it's an important thing to hear. Having sufficient sleep. There is a reason why your face might look like you got beat up if you're only getting 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep per night. There's a reason why it's called beauty sleep. Your girl needs 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. And if I don't get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, you can freaking tell, and it's rough. So having a sufficient sleep cycle, especially not just because of like puffy under eyes or dark circles or anything like that, but like my whole face will get puffy and just dull. I don't know how else to describe. Like, I look like a zombie if I don't get enough sleep. It's important. So I would say you gotta have sufficient sleep. I strive for 11 hours, but I get usually 3. That is depressing. Oh my god. Only 3 hours of sleep? Bear. I know you're busy, but like, goddamn, Scott, that's so sad. What? I could not. No, I can't live under those circumstances. I'm sorry, I can't do it. 3 hours of sleep. My god. Nah. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Next bullet point is use of silk or satin sheets. There is something to be said about the restorative power of not only for skin, but for hair as well. Using a silk bonnet or using like a satiny type of material as a pillowcase. Y'all, I don't, like, there's something else in it. Like, it doesn't cling to bacteria the same way that, like, it does for cotton, or bacteria doesn't cling to it the same way that it does for cotton, linen, whatever else. It's just so much better. Because, like, it doesn't absorb really, like, the oils or anything that's on your skin or in your skin in a way. I mean, you're still gonna want to wash them frequently, the same way that you would for any other bedding or linen or whatever. But the use of silk pillowcases, wonderful. Cannot recommend her enough. She's fantastic. You gotta, we stan. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Another thing that you can do is better balancing your diet. So, for some people, they might not see a direct correlation of this. For me personally, I don't necessarily see a giant correlation in this, but for some people, they can notice that if they eat certain foods, that it might affect their skin differently than if they were to avoid it. I won't say, now this was like a big thing, ages ago, like back when I was a kid, kind of, but they always assumed that you're gonna get acne if you eat like greasy food, and it's not because of you like ingesting greasy food, but if there is grease present on food and you eat it and it gets onto your skin, that can cause acne. So being like more mindful about foods that might be, you know, high with fat or grease, like slices of pizza, not necessarily avoiding them, but being careful how you eat them, or being very consistent about like wiping your face immediately after. So it's really, you don't necessarily have to balance your diet like you need to go on a diet to get better skin, but just being more mindful. If you notice that certain things make you bloated, if you notice that certain things like might flare up your acne or cause redness, then of course stay away from them. But I think in general, just being able to eat things in a more mindful manner will help with your overall skincare. But that's not to say you need to start going on a diet. You can eat whatever you want. Like, that's totally fine. Next point, and this is a big point for me then, is managing your stress or hormones. I used to eat at this African lady's house. She would make this really good chicken with sauce. It always broke me out. Dang. Now, again, do you think it was because of like ingesting it, like actually eating it, or was it like wherever it directly touched your face? Because those are two very different things. And you know, like, I obviously haven't lived that experience, so I'm not sure, but yeah, that is a thing that can happen. It depends on the person and, you know, how their body reacts to different ingredients and whatnot. So I personally don't experience anything like that, but yeah, if you ever notice something like that, then I would say steer clear. Or maybe like an every now and again guilty pleasure. I think it was the ingestion, but not sure. That's totally fine. So with managing stress and hormones, I would say that the biggest thing that breaks me out is my hormones and my hormone cycle. What I have found that has helped me personally is being on consistent birth control. Now, this is not an option for everyone. I understand that. But if you are of a certain age and you are able to have access to a doctor that can prescribe you birth control, at least as, as an AFAB person, for me, my personal experience is that it has helped a lot. It has helped a lot, because before, like, my face would always be some level of acne prone, and like any little thing could set it off. And then of course, like when it came to the menstruation cycle, then I would break out really, really bad right beforehand, and I felt like I never had any control no matter how many products that I used. And now that I am consistently on a hormone-based birth control, I have found that it has helped like immensely. in combination with everything else that I've been doing, staying hydrated and whatnot, but just being able to manage that in like a medicated sense has helped a lot. Again, this is something that you would have to speak with your physician, your doctor, your dermatologist, whoever it is, you know, applicable for that in order to, you know, get to that point. But in my personal experience, I have found that getting to manage my hormones via a birth control has helped me immensely. I haven't noticed that stress really causes acne, at least for me. I would say every now and again it might have, but not to any amount that like I completely broke out because I was super stressed out about one thing. Like it had never been like to that level of severity. But for some people, it can be really bad. So finding ways to cope with stress, finding ways to, you know, step back, take a breather, assess everything that's going on, and just, you know, removing yourself from that, at least temporarily, and sorting things out can help with just how your skin appears because of just the amount of stress that you're under and being able to better manage it. Okay. I don't remember what slide is next, so we're gonna find out together. Oh, yes, so just avoid touching your face. Anytime that you touch your face, you are introducing different bacteria to whatever colony of other bacteria that you already have on your face, and they do not get along. It's just one of those things where you have to constantly be washing your hands if you want to be touching your face, but if there really is no reason for you to touch your face, then just don't. Again, for me, it's more of like, if I touch my face, then it's not that I'm going to like explode in a giant breakout, but for some people that might be the case. So being mindful of not touching your face. I found that once I do my skincare routine in the morning, I'm less likely to touch my face anyway, because there's like the film of sunscreen and moisturizer on my face, so I have no reason to really touch my face at all. And if I really need to, then I would either immediately wash my hands or sanitize my hands in some way, or I would use like a tissue to touch my face. So just being mindful in that way. Really, the only reason that you would, I don't know, like put forth that much of a conscious effort to not touch your face, at least for me, if I know that I have a big event coming up where my appearance needs to be just on point and like I'm planning it weeks in advance, then I'm on my skincare game like crazy, and I'm not going to touch my face like at all. It's wild, like just how much more conscious you become of it if you have something like that in the back of your mind. But other than that, like, it's not the end of the world if you touch your face. Like, you will be fine. But that's all of the practices that you can employ outside of using products. And then just a couple different things that you guys might want to keep in mind. Doing your research. So find what suits your needs. I am going to talk about what has personally helped me, as you've already heard. And a lot of these things might not be applicable to you guys. You guys are probably going to have different skin needs than I do. I know for me personally, I mostly have like oily or combination skin where certain parts of my face are dry, other parts of my face are like heavily oil producing, and I have specific skincare needs that another person might not have. If you find that your face is normally dry, then you might not enjoy the products that I enjoy. Or if someone's purely oily, they might not enjoy the same products that I do. Or if somebody has really sensitive skin, they might not be able to handle some of the products that I'm able to handle. And it's all relative to what your needs are. So you need to figure out like what exact skin type you have, what your goals are for like what is it that you really are trying to fix, and finding products that help without, you know, having them interact in other ways. Ooh, this one's a big one, and I will vouch for this. The price of whatever products that you're buying does not equal its quality or effectiveness. There are ways to achieve your skincare goals within a budget without having to spend hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for single like skincare products. There's no reason why a person who is starting skincare for the very first time needs to go to Sephora to buy their skincare. I rarely buy like any of my skincare products at Sephora because it's just too damn expensive. They're asking way too much for something that I can find elsewhere for like $10. I do not need to spend $30 or $40 on a single product. That being said, I know that there are some on my list that are real expensive. Do not at me. I do not need to get dragged for what I have put on my personal list. Listen, sometimes there are just a few things that a girl decides to splurge on. But listen, my favorites, the majority of my favorites that are on my list of products that I use, they're cheap. They're on the affordable budget side. Where Chris at? Your guess is as good as mine, JK. I do not know where he is. But he might pop in any moment now. Who knows? Oh, okay. Lifestyle influences health. Oh, I can go back one. So certain lifestyle choices that a person may have might prevent them from the skincare goals that they want, and they would need to seriously address their lifestyle in order to get to where it is that they want to be. For example, if someone smokes like cigarettes or cigars or vapes or whatever, that might affect the texture of their skin. It might affect the appearance. Like if somebody chews tobacco, then the appearance of their teeth might show up as a lot more yellow than somebody who doesn't. And if their goal is to have like Hollywood white teeth, then they would have to rethink whether or not chewing tobacco is a good lifestyle choice. And it's just another thing to keep in mind. If there are any like certain lifestyle choices that are preventing you from your goals, in this case skincare goals, it's a good thing to sit down and reassess whether or not it is actually necessary in your life. Ooh, next one. Avoid excessive active ingredients. The simpler, the better. So, I might have touched on this a tiny bit. Certain products with active ingredients will actively work against other products with active ingredients. It's kind of the same way that when you go see your doctor and they're trying to write you a prescription for something, they need to make sure that none of it is interacting with any of the other medications that you're on, or else you're gonna get your shit fucked. So, if you can avoid having too many different active ingredients within your skincare routine, it is for the best. because you might accidentally end up somewhere that you do not want to be because of just the mixing of active ingredients. It's too strong for the skin. They're interacting too much, and it's just too much. Your skin barrier will be broken, and you will be more prone to things like acne, scarring, infection, just too many different things on a laundry list of stuff. Just, if you can only have 1 or 2 active ingredients, that's good, because then you're targeting 1 or 2 things at a time. You do not need to have 6 different serums in rotation at all times that you are constantly using all at the same time and just expect your skin to magically whip itself back into shape. There is too much going on. You need like 1 or 2, maybe. You do not need 5 or 6. So just keep it simple. And then just again, checking your skin regularly and consulting professionals when necessary. So if you are practicing skincare and, you know, you're constantly looking at your face every day, multiple times a day, and you notice something abnormal that you did not see before, of course you are going to want to consult a professional. And it's good, you know, it's just a good thing to keep in mind as you would any other facet of your health. Just regularly checking everything on your skin, making sure that you did not have too much sun exposure or were in any sort of weird environments that might affect your skin, just anything like that. Here, one moment. I am talking so much. My poor throat. Ooh, I think I'm okay. I think I'll be okay. So, without further ado, we shall dive into my personal skincare routine. Now you have all your basic building blocks. You know all the basic stuff that you have to know. Please refer to this video at any point in time if you want to, you know, revamp on anything so that you know what is going on before you start. And this is my personal skincare routine. These are the products that I use and what I prefer, what all my preferences are. So these are my steps in order. This is the little list that I go down every time that I do my skincare. So in my morning routine, I rinse my face with just water. Now, I know earlier when I gave you the basic list of things that you need to do, I put use a cleanser in the morning. For me personally, using a cleanser both night and morning is too harsh for my skin. That's too stripping. It takes away too many of the oils, and I ruin my skin barrier. So all I do in the morning, because all I did at night was just sleep, is just rinse my face with water. I get like a little cloth and I wet it with cold water and I just kind of wipe off my face and I'm all good. I do not find the need for a cleanser in the morning. Some people might, and that's more power to them, but all I do in the morning is rinse my face. I do not cleanse it. After rinsing my face, I use toner. Now, I'll explain what all these are in a little bit, but I use toner. After my toner, I go through and use any treatments that I need to use for the day. And there are a number of different treatments that I use depending on the day and what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. I have arnica cream, I have niacinamide, I have vitamin C serum. I have a bunch of different ones in rotation. I do eye cream with a little eye roller thing. I do lip balm, and I use a moisturizer with sunscreen in it. So normally you would buy those two things separately. I have personally found one that works for me that includes sunscreen in it. So it's a nice thing. It's just a little package deal. I don't have to think too hard about it. So it's just a nice thing for me. And then I kind of seal everything in with a facial oil. It just kind of all melts into like my skin really nicely, and it's just a nice little finishing step that I always do. Now with my night routine, I do use a cleanser. I have 3 different cleansers that I use in tandem. I have a sulfur soap, I have a hydrating cleanser, and I have a salicylic acid scrub. Once I hop out of the shower, after I clean and wash my face, I use toner again. I do all my different treatments for the nighttime, which include either an overnight AHA, BHA, which is a chemical exfoliant. I'll explain that again later. Niacinamide or retinol. I use my eye cream with the roller. I'll use lip balm. I'll use moisturizer, and I'll use facial oil. So those are all the different things that I do for my night routine. And it's quite a list. Your girl needs a fair amount of help, so it's only natural. Give me just one moment, because I need my fan turned back on. It's getting too warm in here. It is too warm. And I can't take it. Whew. My goodness. I closed my windows so that we would not be interrupted by any loud motorcycles or anything of the sort. And I hope that will continue as we go on. But sometimes, you know, I can't help it. It's a little too warm in here. I need my fan on. It's fine. All right. Here are my 3 different cleansers. I have my Joseph anti-acne soap with 10% sulfur. I have my CeraVe hydrating facial cleanser with hyaluronic acid. And I have my Neutrogena Deep Clean Gentle Scrub with salicylic acid. So what I will do is I hop in the shower, I throw shampoo in my hair, get my hair shampooed, and then as my hair is sitting, I will take the anti-acne soap with sulfur, and it's a bar soap, which normally I would recommend against using at least most regular bar soap. I would not recommend using for your face. This one is designed to be used for your face, so just a slight lather, and then I wash my face with it, rinse it off, and then I'll take like, I don't want to say like a dime sized amount, like anywhere between a dime or like a nickel, I don't know. Just like a small amount of the Neutrogena scrub and 1 pump of the CeraVe, and I'll mix it together as a paste on the back of my hand, and then I'll gently rub that into like my face, my like the forehead, cheeks, chin, down the neck, just maybe even like upper chest if I have like a lot extra, depending on how much of the scrub I accidentally pushed onto my hands. But that's the different layering when it comes to my cleansers. The 10% sulfur soap helps a lot with acne. The hyaluronic acid in the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser is a good way of restoring the skin barrier, and the Neutrogena Deep Clean Gentle Scrub, the salicylic acid, helps prevent blackheads. I know I said don't do a ton of active ingredients. I feel like at this point, because I've been using some of these for so long, again, it's kind of like the water thing. You drink enough water, your body expects that amount of water. I've been using these products for a really long time, so my body just expects me to keep using these products, and if I stop using the products, that's when the issue arises. So I need to just keep, it's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. My body got hooked on these things, and now I can't let it out of her grasp. She's addicted to I can't stage an intervention. She already knows what's up. I can't help it. So these are the different cleansers that I use. And then next up we have toners. So how I would describe toners is it's very liquidy. Like, it's basically just the consistency of water most times, and it's just another way of removing any excess oils that are on your face and replacing them with whatever other active ingredients are in the toner. It's just a good way to like make sure that you really got everything off of your skin, the best way to prep your skin for any other treatments that you are going to use and put on your skin. And these are the 3 that I would recommend. One of them I've only been using for a little bit. It's a newer find, and I'm still deciding whether or not I like it. My skin seems to like it, like a fair amount. I haven't been breaking out, and it smells really nice. So I've been liking it. I think it's pretty good. So the first one is the VRoid Pro Berry Pore Refining Toner, which is the one that I've just started using, and it's pretty good. I have to say, I don't know how it is on a scale of like being affordable, because I got it as a sample size, so it was really, really cheap as a little sample size for me. I do not know what the actual retail price of it is. In comparison to the Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Face Toner, this is my baby. I love this toner a lot. I found that when I first started using it, because it was also one of the first toners that I really ever tried, but once I started using it, I saw such a dramatic difference in my face, and I fell in love with it. But she's also just a little bit pricey. I think for like one full-sized bottle, it's $24. And listen, there's like an elf one that's hydrating with like oat milk. That's maybe like $12. And that one's still good too. I just like this one because it's bougie, and I have like a positive mental connection to her, so she's not going anywhere, and it's too late for me. My poor wallet is screaming in pain, but it's too late for that now. And then the last one is the Ordinary. It is their glycolic acid 7% exfoliating toner. So what I mentioned earlier with my treatments for my night routine included like AHAs and BHAs. Those are what are known as chemical exfoliants. There's 2 different types of exfoliants when it comes to skincare, manual and chemical. I am not a fan of manual exfoliation. Manual exfoliation includes things that are labeled as like scrubs. And I know I also had a scrub in my cleansers. That is slightly different because that scrub also has like salicylic acid in it, and the manual exfoliants that are in it are so minuscule that it doesn't really do anything to that extent. I think the most notorious one in the skincare community is the St. Ives apricot scrub. You should never, absolutely never put that stuff on your face. No. Because it uses apricot seeds as the scrubbing element, the manual exfoliation, and those will get lodged in your skin and they will not come out, and it will cause even worse acne. Do not use the St. Ives apricot scrub. Do not do it. It is a scam, and you will hurt yourself, and it will be very ugly, and it's not worth it. But on the flip side of that are chemical exfoliants. Chemical exfoliants, when administered correctly, I would say do a much better job at achieving your skincare goals than any sort of manual exfoliation, because it really goes a lot deeper into the skin to actually fix the root of the problem than any type of surface level manual exfoliation. I would say I only use the ordinary toner maybe 3 times a week at that. Sometimes I only do it like once a week, because she works hard and she does not always have to be present. She's good. She's very, very good, but she's strong. She does a lot of heavy lifting. And sometimes you don't need all that. Most of the time, you're gonna want to stick to more hydrating stuff. But when you need something done, and you need it done by tomorrow, you will use the ordinary glycolic acid serum. She's so good. Did I say serum? I meant toner. Toner. You will use her, and she will be a heavy hitter. But if you are looking for a gentle alternative to any sort of toner that you can purchase, like anywhere else, I would say using pure rice water is a good bet. That is what I had been using for a really long time, and it's, it's cheap, it's affordable. You literally just make a pot of rice in the process. When you make your pot of rice and you are washing your rice, because y'all are all washing your rice. I'm not using the right model. I can't do the big googly eyes. I'm sorry. But after you wash your rice, you take the water with all the rice starch in it. Instead of pouring it down the drain, you take it and you put it all over your face. And your skin likes it a lot. It's really, really good for your skin. Your skin lives for that kind of stuff. So it's a very good, gentle alternative. It's very, very hydrating. It gets rid of all the excess oil on your face. Smells great. Works great. We love her. She's fantastic. Really? Yes, really. That's normally, like, before I got the Biro toner, and when I was in between, like, deciding to buy another bottle of the Skin & Co toner, I just used rice water, and it's good. Your skin will like it. It's good. It's just so hydrating. I don't know how else to describe it, and it smells nice because it's just rice water. It's also really good for hair growth. If you put it on your hair, it's really, really good for hair growth and just general hair restoration. If your hair is super dry or like damaged from bleach, chemical stuff, it's rice water. It's just, she's the it girl. Rice water is wonderful and we love her. So I highly recommend her. She's great. So here are a few of the different treatments I use. I will go more in depth with more treatments that I use, but here's just some of them. I have been testing out the Bubble Daydream Serum. So it is a mix of vitamin C and niacinamide, and it's supposed to help with face tone and texture. Personally, I found that it definitely helps with skin tone, with evening out the color of your skin. Personally, for texture, I use a lot of different things, and the amount of niacinamide that's in it, I don't think really does enough for me personally to have enough of an effect for texture. I use other stuff, but it's just a little added bonus that it also has niacinamide in it, because I love, and I will go off, I love niacinamide. I think it is wonderful. I think out of anything that I could recommend somebody, for anybody with acne and like really porous skin, you're gonna want niacinamide. It helps with the texture, it helps with your acne, but neither here nor there. We'll get into that more in a minute. This is also a current experiment on my side, is the use of arnica cream as a dark spot treatment. I have some acne scarring that is pretty deep, but I also have some that are like superficial from more recent acne that has left like darker spots. I would say that it's pretty effective. I would not say it is the most effective treatment. There is a more effective treatment that I will share later on, but so far it's been pretty pleasant, because it's just a cream, so I don't mind it either way. It's just nice, whatever. I tend to like it. And then the Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. So this is a combination AHA and BHA chemical exfoliant. Again, it's another one of those things where you only use it like maybe once a week. I think the maximum amount it says on the bottle is like 3 times a week. If it is the only treatment that you are using, you are not using anything else to treat anything else, you are just using her 3 times a week maximum. Do not use her more than that. You will wreck your shit. I only use it like every once in a while. Like, I don't even remember, like, I didn't even use her at all this past month. She is like the heaviest of heavy hard hitters. I do not need to use her that much. She is strong. And the reason why I haven't been using her is because it is not recommended to use her at the same time as a retinol, which is more the path that I have personally been going. I will get more into that later, but you're not supposed to combine certain things, again, because active ingredients, butting heads, not a good idea. Don't do it. So I personally have not been using it as of late, but when I was using it before I started retinol, I did see an improvement on my skin texture and tone, so I would recommend it if you are not interested in using a retinol. So this is my girl. This is my girl. I love niacinamide. I love niacinamide. There is something about it with my skin type that is just, it's magic. It has done wonders, and I use it all the time because she just knows what she's doing. We love her for it. Niacinamide serum. For me, one of the biggest issues that I have with my skin, besides active acne, because most of my active acne comes with hormones. It's not like a bacterial or fungal acne, so it's all just hormone based. Outside of that, biggest thing that I've been trying to do is improve my skin texture, and niacinamide does both. She improves my skin texture, she improves my skin tone, and like just reduces the amount or like the appearance of pores. She helps with my acne when my acne is present. She does everything. Fine lines, don't know her. Just delicious, delicious. We love her, we stan her. These are the ones that I would highly recommend. So again, the brand Good Molecules. This is the one that I've recently been using. I've been testing it out and I really like it because I really like the brand Good Molecules. I think that they know what they're doing over there and I really enjoy their products. Before that, I had been using The Ordinary, which has a 10% niacinamide and 1% zinc. And the zinc also helps a lot. I don't know what precisely, like how it interacts with the niacinamide, but I really loved the way that my skin looked when I had just started using it. And then one that I've just been trying in combination recently has been the Dermafirm Smoothing Repair Toning Serum, which again is niacinamide because she's just that girl. We love niacinamide in this house. I love her so much, but again, this is for my skin type. I don't know if it's gonna work for you guys the way that it has worked for me. And shout out to the lady who sold me my first ever bottle of The Ordinary niacinamide. I walked into that Ulta not knowing a damn thing. She saved my ass. She really knew what was up, and I needed that in my life. And I'm so much better now for it. So, retinols. This has been a very hot button topic as of recent in the skincare community because apparently there's a bunch of teenagers who are going out of their way to spend way too much money on retinols and they do not need it. Retinols are mostly known as like the anti-aging serum. And while it does perform well for fine lines and wrinkles and is mostly marketed towards like older generations for its like anti-wrinkle properties, I personally use it as a way to better turn over my skin. What I mean by that is when I use this at night, the time it takes for the dead skin cells to kind of slough off and renew into like fresh new skin, it needs help for like the skin turnover rate. So I use a retinol, and retinols are very effective if you have oily skin. I would not recommend retinols for the majority of cases of dry skin. It's just not really a necessary step unless, again, you are using it for its anti-aging properties against wrinkles. But if you find that you have oily skin and you need a better turnover rate so that it's not constantly causing you more acne, I would highly recommend using a retinol. So that is why you don't want to mix a retinol and a chemical exfoliant, because they're two different types of exfoliants. And if you're using one, you really don't need the other, because otherwise you're just going to be, it's going to be too harsh for your skin. And then these are the two that I have personally been using. La Roche-Posay Retinol Serum. I have some gripes about her, but the issue is she works really well. The thing is, A, she's expensive. She's so expensive. I spent $42 on this one bottle of product. $42. B, the consistency of the serum is, she's thick. And normally I don't mind that. But C, I don't like the dropper. Like, the bottle that it comes in infuriates me trying to actually use the product. It is frustrating. It is a frustrating experience because of the way that it is shaped and the way that it dispenses onto the skin. Because it is so thick, like, it doesn't even want to go into the dropper. And then the dropper doesn't even have like a point. Like, it just cuts off. And it's just not a very effective bottle. I don't I don't like the packaging. It is very frustrating. However, on the flip side, the Good Molecules 1% retinol night oil, beautiful, fantastic. It smells so good. So it's plum oil, and it smells I do not know how else to explain this to you. It is sweet and fruity and nutty. Like, that's what it smells like. It's amazing. She's expensive and hard to deal with. Y'all need to break up. Listen! The issue is she works. It works so good. It does so much good for my skin. I know she is expensive. I know she is hard to deal with, but she makes me look and feel like $1 million. And I can't help but love her for that. But goddamn, I wish you had better packaging. It's too thick to be in a dropper bottle like that, or at least, like, get a better dropper bottle. And then when I put it back into the bottle, then, like, there's more serum stuck to this, like, top sides of the bottle, and it doesn't want to go in, and it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Logically, a fruit bat should smell like fruit. Now, I can do a separate stream that's all on fragrances. I can do a fragrances 101 stream. We're gonna do this whole thing all over again. It's just about fragrances. Because I do have some that smell like fruit, and they smell so good. And I might have a guest star for that one. How much is the Good Molecules? The Good Molecules retinol night oil, I believe, was $14. It was not more than 20. I remember that for certain. It was Good Molecules is a great brand, because I think it's all fully vegan, and it's like one of those clean makeup brands, quote unquote. I love their mission statement. I love what they have going for them. This stuff smells so good. Good smells, good vibes. Just Good Molecules is such a wonderful brand. I love them so much. June, what smell do you really like? Ooh. Like, in general? Like, what fragrances I really like? Now, funny enough, although I do love all fruit smells, it is hard for me to pick a favorite fruit smell. I really like berries, like berry scent, as well as anything tropical, pineapple, coconut, mango kind of scents. If I were to pick more generalized scents, though, I really like clean linen, and that's a pretty standard one across the board, just any sort of linen. I have some of my favorite Bath and Body Works candles right near me, which is fresh cut lilacs. The smell of lilacs is extremely nostalgic to me, and I adore it. I love it so much. I think it's wonderful. I love lilacs. I love the smell of coffee. I'm not one for anything that's too, like, dessert like really gourmand scents. I know some people love, like, their vanilla funfetti cupcake smells. That's not really me. I can't say that it's my favorite scent. But on the flip side of that, like, I can only handle so much sandalwood. Like, if anything is too woody and just pure, like, cedar or sandalwood or pine, like, that can be really overbearing. It can give me a headache really bad. So I like those in small amounts. If I'm going off of fragrance notes for perfumes, I love amber. I love anything that has amber in it. My favorite perfume right now that I'm wearing constantly is Baccarat Rouge. And that has, like, ambergris and I think gardenia in it. I like floral very fresh floral scents mixed with some deeper scents like amber. But again, I can do a whole other stream on fragrances. I can do an entire other stream on fragrances. I feel very strongly about them. That's a whole other thing. I shall continue with my skincare routine while we're here. And we'll talk about more fragrances at a later time. So this is what I use for eyes and lips. So my eye care is always the same. And then my lips, it just depends if it's daytime or nighttime. So I use the Skin Nutrition Under Eye Roller. I have a mini fridge in my room where I keep basically as much of my skincare as possible. And since it's a little metal ball roller, it gets super cold and it feels really, really nice under the eyes. This thing's from the dollar store. So I love this dollar store under eye roller. It has never done me dirty and I love it a lot. It really helps with like dark circles for me. I love her. And then as an eye cream, I use the Saturday Skin Wide Awake eye cream. I would use any sort of brightening eye cream or any sort of eye cream that has caffeine in it, because you can find eye creams that have caffeine in it and I love them. I think they're fantastic. You don't really have to use one that has caffeine in it at night, but that's normally my preference. During the day, I like to use Burt's Bees lip balm. One of my very good friends gifted me like a 4-pack, kind of like that one. I think I got, what's it? I have mango, coconut and pear, pomegranate, and then the fourth one I gave to Koumori, so I don't remember what flavor that one was. And then at night I use EOS, the Hero Lip Repair. And that's like a squeezy bottle kind. It's kind of just like petroleum on the lips. And it comes in like a strawberry scent. And it smells really good. It tastes really good. So I really like that one. How many items do you use to maintain your beauty? This is just my skincare. If you counted up everything just in my skincare alone, that's surface level. There's still so many other things that I use. Your girl needs a lot of maintenance, and you know, sometimes I book spa appointments. Sometimes I be doing lots of extra stuff. There's a lot. There's a lot. My poor wallet, my lifestyle choices. Listen, I would rather my lifestyle choices be reflective of wanting a good appearance for others and myself, rather than any lifestyle choices that are inherently harmful, like smoking. So your girl just likes to be pampered. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. A cared for June is a happy June. Yes. Yes, you right. You right. And you can tell when I haven't been cared for or when I'm not taking care of myself. It's very evident on this face. You can't really hide or lie much on this face if I haven't been doing my skincare. There's not really any hiding it. Ooh, there's not really that much hiding it. Beauty requires sacrifice. She requires a lot of time and effort on my behalf. And I'm willing to put in the work. Is now a good time to mention that I've been thinking about starting to go to the gym? Because I've been thinking about that. And Chris is trying to get me on that gym grind, because Chris is, not to call him out or anything, but he is, I wouldn't say that he's a gym rat, but he's way more of a gym rat than I am. So I'm thinking about starting it. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet. It's a potential. It might happen. Okay. These are the two different moisturizers that I use. In the morning or the daytime, I use the Cetaphil Derma Control Oil Absorbing Moisturizer, and it includes SPF 30. So I personally don't have a good sunscreen recommendation because my sunscreen is built into my moisturizer. And mind you, for a drugstore moisturizer, it's a little bit expensive because it's like $16, $17, I think. But it's worth it, and it's the only one that my skin really gets along with, where I don't look shiny all day, and, you know, I have the moisturizer, it has the SPF in it, and it doesn't cause me to break out or anything. It's just a real nice thing to have. And then my Burt's Bees Calming Night Cream. After me doing all of my glycolic acid, AHA, BHA, chemical exfoliating, retinol nonsense, you gotta slap some good night cream on your face, or else you're gonna look like you're peeling. And this one is good because it's also good for sensitive skin. I don't even have sensitive skin, but this one just makes sure that I'm not effing around with anything else. And it has aloe and rice milk in it. It's so wonderful. It's creamy. It smells nice. It feels, especially since I put it in my little mini fridge and it gets cold, it just feels so soothing to put on. I love it. Love Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees is such an amazing brand. And then facial oil. Facial oil, I would say, is like your least important thing, especially if you're starting out for skincare. You really don't need a facial oil, but I like it and it makes me feel expensive, so I'm gonna keep doing it. June, a little off topic, but what is your favorite nail color? That's a good question. Nail color. If I were to get my nails done at a salon, I've only ever gotten my actual nails done at a salon like twice. Once was for prom, and I got them this really dark navy blue with sparkles. And then the other time was for my bestie's wedding, and I got them like a lilac shade. I wouldn't say either of those is my favorite nail color though. I either gravitate towards like just a plain nude color and do like French tips. Like that's normally what I end up, I normally get press-on nails from just the drugstore. I like those. Sometimes I'll go for like red. I'd say like a slightly darker red, like not like brand new car cherry red. I'd say like a, not like a burgundy either, but just like a slightly darker red. But more often than not, when I buy press-on nails, I just try to look for something fun. Like the last time that I had fake nails, they were almost all pastel yellow, and then my ring fingers were daisies, and I think my thumbs were daisies. Do you like nail designs? I love nail designs. I think they're so fun. I actually have one right here that I haven't used yet, and it has little rainbows on it in my pride flag colors. So it's like a, I wouldn't consider the actual nail like white. It's like a milky, kind of not fully opaque, just like a pinkish white. And then they do a stripe of different colors on it. I love having fun nails. I love having funky nails. I just saved a nail design the other day that I really actually want to go out and get. It's French nails. So it's the plain pink base white French tips. And they did chrome powder over it to make it a little shiny. And then on some of the nails, they did little cherries. I am obsessed. I would really love to have that on my nails. I really want to have that on my nails. Or like, there's this one girl I follow, her name is Maddie, and she always gets her nails done to like look like fruit. That's my brand. I want fruit nails. I want fruit nails real bad. That is what I want. Shall I give her roses or lilacs for her hair? If anyone knows what that song is from, or what those lyrics are from, you're a real one. I think I've heard that song maybe once. Maybe. Trying to remember it correctly. But anyway. Facial oil, not necessary, but I really like it, so I just keep using it. The one I've been using currently is the VRoid Tea Time Peony Tea Glow Oil. I haven't found any issues with it. Again, it's just a facial oil. There's not really, you're not going to find really any active ingredients in it, but it works good. It's really, really nice. And then this next brand I really like, the Santorini Grape. This is their Velvet Skin Drink. Again, smells divine. Everything that they make in their Santorini Grape line smells just like the most juicy, delicious grapes ever. I also have like their face cream. It doesn't have any SPF in it. It's just like the moisturizer part, and it smells so good. But the oil really, really smells good. I really, really like the oil. But if I buy a full-size bottle, again, it's like $40-something. So it's an investment. But you only need to buy one maybe like, what? Every 4 or 5 months, 6 months. So like, it's worth it. But like, I just don't have the money for it right now. By the way, it's an interesting idea to paint your nails in different flag colors. Well, because my flag colors are the same colors that I use all the time on stream. Pink, yellow, blue. So just having like little accents of pink, yellow, and blue on the nails. I'll take a picture of the nails whenever I decide to actually put them on, and then you guys can see. I think I've shared maybe like one picture of my actual nails once on Twitter. Have to go digging for it, but I remember doing that. And that was ages ago. But I have done it before, and I will do it again, because like, why not? This is the section of just my absolute favorites, what I am recommending to you guys. This is out of anything that I have listed before today. These are the favorites. My Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Face Toner. It removes all the excess oils. It feels great on the skin. It smells wonderful. Just a 10 out of 10. Out of any of the other facial toners, I highly recommend this one. She is wonderful. Like I said before, the Good Molecules Retinol Night Oil smells absolutely delicious. And this is one of the facial oils that actually has an active ingredient in it, which you're not going to find in most facial oils. Most of the time it's just the oil part, and it's just blended to work nicely with your skin. This one has an active ingredient in it, and I love it, and it smells so good. And I don't think we're going to be surprised what our number one contender is. It is the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. This fixed my skin. I love her. She's fantastic. Most of the stuff from The Ordinary. Listen, one thing you gotta know is that they're gonna work. But you need to understand what it is that you are putting on your face. Because they're not listing it behind any fun little names or anything. They are listing what is in it and what you can expect. So you just need to do your research. You're gonna pick up a bottle of anything from The Ordinary and be like, what the heck is that? And you need to Google it, you need to figure out what it does, and you gotta test it out and see if it works. And thankfully, this one worked on the first try, and we love her. She's beautiful, fantastic, A+, 10s across the board, star student. We love her. She's wonderful. She's fantastic. And then alongside my skincare routine, I do have some occasional steps that I also take. So every now and again, I will get some acne that pops up, and I recommend using either patches or spot cream. So I use the Be Pure blemish patches, or I use the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Stubborn Acne Spot Gel that has benzoyl peroxide in it. So the Be Pure blemish patches, I would say, is more of a nighttime solution. I used to get them all the time from the dollar store, but they're not $1 anymore. You can probably find them at like, not convenience stores, but like a Family Dollar you can probably find them at, or online. That's just the preferred brand that I find. I have a really like high-end expensive one that I use sometimes, and it really doesn't do shit compared to just the Be Pure ones. So just get the Be Pure ones. They're cheap, they're good. And those ones you can keep on at night while you sleep and then peel them off in the morning, and you can see how much it works after you put one on. I don't know how else to explain it. It like sucks up all the gunk from the acne spot, like all the excess oils and whatever, and it's so much better. It's so nice. And then the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Spot Gel is good for like daytime usage, where you have to go out, you have to go to work, you have to go to school, but you still have a big zit and you're trying to get rid of it. So you just put a little dollop on that, and it helps immensely. Now, this is something recent that I have come across, shaving my face. Now, there's no reason for me to shave my face in the traditional sense of like growing a beard, because like that's just not something that happens. But dermaplaning my face and shaving it helps remove that one layer of like peach fuzz as well as dead skin cells. And it's just a good way to like restart my skin. Because after I dermaplane my face, then the amount of skincare products that get soaked into my skin is just at a much higher rate. It absorbs so much easier into my skin after I remove that one like layer, that very, very top layer of just dead skin cells and peach fuzz. I might do it like once a month. But even then, I mostly do it for like special occasions. If I know I'm gonna go out and like be hanging out with people. But for the most part, I don't really do it, just every now and again. June, the main thing is to not overdo it with these anti-aging creams so that in your 20s you don't look 10. I mean, yeah. Again, so I use retinols, but I only use it for like the purposes of the oil production that's in my skin, and I only do it like maybe 3 times a week. I don't do it every single night. I don't do it multiple times a day. So just a little bit to help with like the excess amount of oil that's on my skin, but other than that, that's about it. I enjoy a good face mask every now and again, and there are different types that you can find. So when you buy a sheet mask, which is like the papery kind, you like put it on your face and it's cut all weird and it might not fit on your face properly because it's cut weird, it looks weird. It's like the funny thing to do, and you hang out with your girlfriends, you do a face mask. I tend to look for ones that are hydrating in nature. I don't really look for anything that has super active ingredients in it for a sheet mask. That's just not what I'm looking for. And then the only other mask that I personally do at home is a dry clay mask. So you'll buy these containers that have just clay powder in them, and if you mix it with apple cider vinegar and a little bit of water, then it'll apply really smoothly to the face, and it's just a good way, again, to absorb excess oil that's in your skin and help with the appearance of pores. So that's just the one treatment mask that I do at home. If I'm going out for like a spa treatment, they have all the fancy other stuff. Like the last time I went out, they had like a fruit enzyme peel, and that was really, really nice. But I do not try to attempt that stuff at home. I can just do my dry clay and apple cider vinegar, and that's all that I really need. Hi, sorry, I was showering and my sister gave me a tarot reading. Listen, Chris, you're fine. JK was asking for you earlier. But you're here now, so it's fine. We're already wrapping up soon, actually. But just sharing some occasional steps that I do for my skincare routine. And then again, like I mentioned, I like spa treatments every now and again. It's an occasional thing. I mean, I've only really done spa treatments like maybe 2 or 3 times before, and it's just an every now and again. Hello, welcome in, Chronic. I thought you were gonna get here earlier. You missed all the intense fun stuff that I was talking about earlier, but it's okay. But June, you're fine, Chris. It's fine. You want me to go back and do the whole presentation again? I've been talking for almost 2 hours. What do you mean? Who am I kidding? I'm gonna see you. Yeah, you're gonna see me again this weekend, so what are you so mad about? I can just explain it to you while you're here. We're about to finish, huh? I mean, kind of. We're almost to the end. Yeah, because now is the open discussion section. So y'all can throw me all of your comments and questions and concerns. This is that part where y'all ask me a bunch of stuff. I had to have dinner and then my friend wanted to play a game. It's fine. It's fine. But yes, this is the section where you ask all of your questions. Does anyone have any notes I can copy? Chris, you want to know the most wonderful thing about this? Is that this is on YouTube and you will be able to watch the full VOD afterwards. You'll get to watch the whole VOD. He's fine. He's fine. I'm concerned about 5 things. JK, go off. Share with me your burning questions. Does taking a shower count as washing your face? If you wash your face in the shower, but what are you using to wash your face? Because you should have a cleanser of some sort. Some kind of cleanser, just anything. Because otherwise, you're just kind of rinsing your face. And that's fine too, but you're probably gonna want a cleanser. Okay, so because I missed it, opinions on the anti-skincare group. Oh, I'm gonna go off. Okay, listen. I understand that for some people, having all of those additional ingredients on the skin does not actively help them with their skincare goals. For other people, it is imperative that they have these cosmetics and or medications within their cycle, their daily routines, in order to manage or prevent any sort of skin conditions. I can understand that for some people, that's just not it. All they need to do is drink water and avoid the sun and whatever else, and they're fine. Good for them. They don't need to spend the money. But for everybody else, we're not blessed with those genetics. So we need to do things and have products or, conduct our lives in a certain way so that we can actually meet our skincare goals. And being anti-skincare does not align with that. So it's just all up to personal preference. Nobody else is gonna know your skin like you do. So if you find that the use of products actively upsets your skin, then don't use them. But if you need them in order to prevent acne, or like your face is really dry otherwise, or your face is really oily otherwise, then just use the products. They're available. They're everywhere. So just use them. What if I don't wash my face in the shower? I'm gonna fight you. Oh no, they're not questions. What? They're not questions. So what are they? Once I hit testosterone, I'll be acne prone, so I'll be consulting with you. Yes. Yes, you should. You want to go shopping for skincare things with me? Grace, I would be more than happy to. You just tell me a date and a time, and I will run with you, and I will give you my opinion. But before we do that, you should sit down and have a consultation with me, and I can figure out what your needs are and what your current skin is, and figure it out from there. I use a facial moisturizer with SPF in it. That's good. That's very good, and you should. That's wonderful. Ulta Beauty. I spent too much money last time because I got that freaking La Roche-Posay retinol. It was $40-something. My total was $90-something the last time I went into Ulta. I cannot go into Ulta again without spending $90. It's not gonna happen. Tomorrow. Now we're not. I can't go tomorrow. You have to book your consultation with me first, beach. What you mean? Someone has 5. Wow, shit. Okay, y'all weren't here for the earlier in the stream. JK asked me if I had said 10 nice things about myself, and I said no, that is not a regular practice in my house. I'll do it later. And I said it's gonna be embarrassing if I do it on stream because it's going to take me a really long time to come up with anything. And he said, go for it. So I said, fine, I'll do 5 now and 5 later. So I already did 5, and I have to think of 5 more. We're gonna be here a while. I'm so sorry. 5 nice things about myself. Again. 1, I am proud of myself for sharing this presentation with you guys, because it took, I wouldn't say a lot of research in terms of me looking up new things, but it came from a lot of experience and sharing my opinions on things. And normally I don't get the opportunity to share all this stuff because nobody wants to sit here and listen to all that, but I am very happy that I got to do that today, and it made me very happy. So I'm proud of myself. That's 1. 2, I really liked my outfit today when I went out to work. I thought I looked very cute. That's 2. 3, I am proud of my progress with driving. I feel like I have become a much more confident driver. And I'm so proud of myself from before being so scared of driving to finally being able to drive all on my own with the help of anxiety meds, but you know, neither here nor there. But I'm a confident driver now, and I'm proud of myself. That's 3. 4, I am proud that listen, it's gonna be one of those times. I got out of bed this morning. Some mornings it's easier than others to get out of bed. And today was one of those days where I really just wanted to be in bed. And I said, no, you have a job to do today, young lady. And I got up, and not only did I do my job, I did it well. And I'm here and I'm streaming, and I'm having a good time. I'm proud of myself. That's 4. 5, the 5th and last thing that I will say that is kind about myself. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna share something deep and personal with you guys, and y'all are gonna be chill about it. Or else. I've recently come to a conclusion in regards to my personal life, which I have shared with Chris and I think a few other people, maybe Chronic, about how I personally view myself and my identity, which I will be sharing with you guys soon, but not yet, because I'm figuring out a good way to do it. And I finally feel much more comfortable in my own body with that realization, and I'm proud of myself. I have in total said 10 nice things about myself today. I did it. It is done. I will continue to answer your questions now. I heard it didn't matter in terms of effectiveness, but chemical or mineral sunscreen. I personally use a chemical sunscreen because it is formulated that way for my daily moisturizer. Mineral sunscreen can be a bit difficult to find and a bit more expensive than chemical sunscreens, so it's all based on budget and personal preference. For me, because it is the cheaper and more available option, I will say chemical sunscreen. It was a good presentation, 10 out of 10. Well, thank you, Grace. That's very sweet. You're funny, you're extremely accepting, and honestly one of my favorite people to hang out with. I can second that driving thing because your U-turn was cool. I'm proud of you, June. Y'all! Come on now. Come on now! Stop being so nice to me! How could you? I can't believe this. Why are you guys so nice to me? You guys have any more skincare questions? I'm trying to think if I have any more spicy opinions that I can share about skincare. What all? I remember mentioning some stuff that I talked about, manual exfoliation versus chemical exfoliation. Oh, actually, about sunscreen. There are different types of sunscreen, as we know, and there are different methods of sunscreen. So you can buy the bottles of cream, or you can get the propellant, the spray aerosol kind. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you are using the aerosol kind, that's fine. It is perfectly fine to use the aerosol type of sunscreen. However, because it is mixed with propellants in order to make it aerosolized, you should be applying it more frequently. Versus if you use a cream-based sunscreen, then you can go a longer amount of time, like it'll say what, reapply every 2 hours or something, every hour. If you're using the spray kind, you should be doing that every like 30 minutes, because there's so much propellant in it mixed into it that you should look for ones that have not only a higher SPF on it, but you should honestly just be using the cream kind. But I know for some people's level of comfort with textures and whatnot, that might not be the best option. So you can use the propellant kind, but if you're going to, use a higher SPF and apply it more frequently. It's the calm before the storm will roast you next stream. What do you mean? What do you mean? What did I do? My God. It's all the alligators. They're all catching up to me. Oh my God. I don't know what I did. I'm in my chaotic energy right now, bro. This weekend, June will pay for it. What the fuck? Come on! We literally just hung out this past weekend and you're already bringing all this chaotic energy into this next weekend. Oh My God! This is too much. This is too much. I can't believe this. Do I have any more skincare opinions? Do you guys have any more skincare questions? Are there any more questions from the crowd that I should know about? Any burning questions? Any more beef that you wanna share about what's good, what's not? Again, I can do a whole other presentation for fragrances. I could probably do a whole other slideshow for cosmetics. Like, I am into this stuff. I like this stuff a lot. I can do a whole cosmetic stream. By the way, if the 3-person meal happens, I'm gonna need your help, because you know me. Me know how to talk to person me don't know. Yeah, of course. Is there any brands that you should not use? Like I said earlier with the manual exfoliation thing with St. Ives, I do not recommend St. Ives. St. Ives is just a little too notorious for their apricot scrub, which you should never buy. Do not buy that. That shit is the devil. Therefore, they have broken my trust with everything else. I would not buy them. In terms of any other, like, drugstore brand or even higher end stuff, I don't know if I necessarily have any specific brands that I would recommend against. I mostly have brands that I would recommend for usage. Again, like The Ordinary, Good Molecules, CeraVe / Cetaphil, Burt's Bees. Like, I like all of those brands. I don't really have any others that I would avoid besides just, like, St. Ives. I do not like St. Ives. I know for sure when it comes to, like, hair stuff, do not use Pantene, because they did that whole big study and they have stuff that makes your hair fall out. I know I didn't talk about hair that much in this, like, this is not a hair care stream. Do not be buying Pantene. This girl used Maui Moisture. Maui Moisture, my beloved. I love her. And then I use Dove soap. Not the bar soap. They have like a new line, and there's one that has hyaluronic acid in the body wash. And they also have like a sensitive skin one that I like. So I like Dove. Dove is good. CeraVe, hell yeah, only one that actually works for my acne. CeraVe's great. I like talking in a way that takes June a minute to understand. You try to break my brain on purpose. What about Aveeno? I personally haven't used any products from Aveeno, so I do not have an opinion. I don't think it would be my first drugstore brand choice, just because for the price and quality that I'm getting through CeraVe and Cetaphil, I just much prefer them. I also like, I like Eucerin and Aquaphor. Those are really good brands that I would recommend. I just don't really have much of an opinion on Aveeno. I know Olay does a bunch of stuff too, but their market is mostly for like middle-aged or older women, so I don't gravitate towards their products either. Though the good thing is, next time you list 10 nice things, the first thing you can say is that you were brave enough to say 10 nice things about yourself on stream. I guess so. I guess so. Normally I would not be brave enough to be this vulnerable, but y'all did it to me anyway. I use Old Spice for deodorant and body wash. Listen, I do not know what the skincare benefits of Old Spice are, but I like some of their scents. I do like the way that they smell, so I can't complain too much there. Bear Glove, Old Spice has a special place in my heart. Listen, this is for any of you fuckers that actually decides that you want to show up for the next convention. that I'm gonna be at, if you show up to the convention and you smell like Bear Glove Old Spice, like your chances are gonna be way up there. Do you like the way I smell? You stink. You're a stinky boy. I don't know. I only use Old Spice deodorant. I use what? Suave or Secret. I just like the smell swagger. I don't know the smell swagger enough. I just like calling you stinky. You stinky boy, stinky boy. Oh god, if I'm not careful, Louie's gonna think I'm calling for him. Hi, Stinky. Hi, Stinky. There's my baby down there. Yeah, you Stinky. Yeah, and my boy. He thinks I'm calling for him. I gotta be presentable for the queen. If you smell like Bear Glove Old Spice, it's gonna do something. Or if you smell like, oh shit. There's a Bath and Body Works cologne that I really, really like. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Ocean. That smells really good. There's another one too, and I don't remember which one it is. It's on my shelf. What if you smell like drumroll? I hate you. We're ending stream. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. I cannot believe that you would do such a thing for me. I cannot comprehend what you have just done. You say that you apologize, but I highly doubt any sincerity is behind those words. Hello, Betsy. Hello, dead man. We're literally wrapping up stream like now, but that's okay. Anyway, yeah, all the little illustrations I got were from Story Set. Girl, you be doing the most. I love you. You're a wonderful website. Thank you for letting me customize the little stock images you have so that they color matched my presentation perfectly. I am so obsessed with you. Research Wikipedia, thank you for that definition with for what skincare is, and also the cosmetics versus medications fact. And then the American Academy of Dermatology Association, thank you for all of your fun facts that I used when describing all of my skincare facts. And yes, this presentation template was created by SlidesGo and includes icons by Flaticon and infographics and images by FreePic. Thank you, SlidesGo, for having free resources for a funny bat on the internet to use. And that gives the same energy as you can see. It's so iconic that I said that to you in the middle of a Target at like 10 o'clock at night. Iconic. When I was a teen, I was prescribed a drug that had a possibility of swollen brain for acne as well. It did work though. Did it swell your brain? Are you smarter now? I don't know if that's the measure, if you're smarter now. I don't think that's how that works. But you know, I can be convinced. Okay, well, that was my little presentation for you guys. Straight face, 10 p.m. Target, we'll never forget. I have small brain, so swelling. What the hell? Maybe that's why I'm chronic. You know what? Maybe it is. Well, thank you guys so much for joining my little presentation in my stream today. So I have a stream scheduled for Saturday, but apparently a certain someone has decided to infiltrate my home again. So we're gonna see whether or not we actually it's a tarot reading stream. maybe Chris will just be my lovely assistant while I read tarot for everybody. But it may happen, it may not happen. Zatsudan at 10 a.m. may happen, may not happen. Because again, I'm being infiltrated by my moderators. They just keep showing up to my house, and I can't stop them. It's exhausting. So, I will keep you guys updated on whether or not we actually have a stream on Saturday or Sunday. But until then, thank you guys so much for joining my stream today. Thank you for letting me just yap about one of my favorite topics ever and just share all of my opinions and knowledge with you guys. I had such a great time. And for y'all, aka Chris and Chronic, who showed up late, you guys can rewatch the VOD and catch up on everything that you didn't get to see live. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever it might be, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys again, maybe on Saturday, maybe Sunday. Who knows? We're gonna see how it goes. Oh, God. Good night, Jun-san. See you next stream. Take care. Much love. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.